Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Wishful Podcast. This is your host, Jamar. Today is Monday, March the 2nd, 2026. That's 2026. That noise you hear is me scratching my arm. I'm a little dusty, I'm a little ashy, We kind of have a lot going on today in today's world and society. Man, I might not post this video. I'm sorry, my audio people. I'm looking at looking at myself. I look disproportionate. YouTube, y'all better not say nothing at all. Y'all better not come for me, man. Like I said, today is Monday. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I get into this, I'm going to I'm gonna pre-record a commercial, and I'm going to put it in anything that's over maybe 20 minutes long. So be expecting to hear this commercial. It's gonna be the same little thing. Basically, it's me advertising me, and I know that y'all don't know because I ain't tell you. So I'm gonna tell you now. I have got on with Amazon. You can now find the Wishful Podcast on Amazon Music or Amazon. You can use your I was gonna say Kindle. I think Amazon Kindle is an Amazon thing. I think you can use that. You can find it on Audible as well. So if you are on there, if you would rather listen to me on there, I'm definitely all the episodes they there. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. These are all three of my listeners. If you think or if you want me to go to another platform, by all means, let me know. YouTube, for my video people. You see me. I'm right here. I'm going to sit over so you can see my mouth. I'm right here. Also, Apple Podcast. They are going to be converting their format from audio to video also. I may choose to keep it audio. That's my discretion. We'll see. We'll see. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with I'm not going to start with that. I'm going to start with this. So, today just so happened I was in a break room at work and I happened to catch this. The president gave a speech. The president of America decided to get on TV and ramble about what's going on over in Iran. He decided to go on, and he's like, I gave this guy a chance. He backed down. Gave him another chance. You just can't do business with these people. And, he talked some other stuff, and he talked about operations or small operations are going to take place in the upcoming weeks. Is basically he's saying, we're not going to be over there long. We're going to do what we got to do. And, it's going to be business as usual. That's kind of what he said. And then all of a sudden, dude started talking about the drapes in the room. He started talking about the curtains and everything. And he put money in the doors. And it's going to look different. And a couple of, tax money and all of this other stuff. And I put money. It was just weird. It was to the point that, what channel was that on? I think that's NBC. That it was on, because the break room don't catch a lot of channels. But it was to the point the news station did not let him finish. I don't know what happened after that, because on the right hand side of the screen, lady came in and she was like, we're going to go to our analyst and we're going to talk about this. And you could see Trump on this side. He's still going. And I'm like, that's crazy. This is the president of the Americas, and they like, nah, we got to cut and go somewhere else. I'm kind of curious to see if Trump is going to say something about that. Like, I'm the president. You can't cut me. You can't do this. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't drop my phone, y'all. I didn't drop my phone this time. I don't know what's going to happen. That's crazy. So, y'all know I don't speak too much about politics, geopolitical, all of those, whatever words you want to use, because it's ever changing. And that's one of the reasons. and honestly, it's kind of a lot to really have to dig down to see what is actually true. Because I could look at a lot of different sources, and I might get 5 or 6 different things. And I work full time. I literally don't have that time to sit there and chase all of these leads down to see. Oh, okay, this is the real reason why. But if you would like to be a fact checker for the Wishful Podcast, please, by all means, holla at your boy. I don't give a damn how. Put up a smoke signal, bruh. Uh, uh, you could get some toilet paper and write on the toilet paper, and you could tape it to a pigeon, right? You tape the toilet paper to the pigeon leg, right? And you let the pigeon go fly, and I accept that too. Smoke signals, you do it by Birdman, whatever. Birds flying in the weather. Ha, that rhymed. Somebody owe me. But yeah, if you feel that you are a great fact checker and you do it reasonably well and fast, not even fast, but if you do it well, holla at me. We will talk. Like I'm serious about that. We definitely will talk if it gets to the point. If I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, holla at your boy. This thing in Iran, I don't know. It's again, that's the thing about me speaking on politics, because yesterday it may have been X, Y, and Z. Today, friendly fire in Kuwait has shot down some American aircraft. Tomorrow, it may be something different. And when y'all watch this, you be like, well, wait, you didn't say this. So that's really why I don't like to get into it. This thing with Iran, from my take, and I'm going to move on. My whole take of this is, it's always, at the end of the day, I literally care about nothing. It doesn't matter. It always boils down to money. It always has to do with some type of money, some type of something. Iran has a lot of oil. I'm trying not to say oil. I'm trying not to. OIL, the black gold. We're gonna call it black gold. I might call this episode Black Gold. But that's what's going on. I did see a picture of a lot of cargo ships, a lot of tankers that are just sitting there. They're not moving because of what's going on. And it was like it's a 20% thing that's going on, 20% decrease, and it's going to have effect on the upcoming days in America and everywhere else globally. Like, what happened? I can't remember what happened, but this was, if y'all remember, this was like maybe a year or two ago. It wasn't very long ago. This was when the cargo ships weren't coming from, I think this when the tariffs and all of that stuff started. Maybe something happened. But a lot of the cargo ships were parked outside of California, outside of all the ports. Like, they weren't doing it. If it wasn't the tariffs, maybe the longshoremen, if that's what they are, the port people that unload them, maybe they went on strike. Something happened, and it caused it caused a lot. Something small causes something big. You got all these cargo tankers and all of this stuff. Like, y'all might want to start rationing your gas and figuring out where you need to go that's more important. Leave your side chicks, your side dudes alone for right now, unless they got gas money. I don't know how y'all do. I don't know. I go to work and I come home. Black men don't cheat. Black man don't cheat. Nope. I felt like I'm a sellout. Damn it. I lost everybody. I'm not gonna edit it out because y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That whole thing would just delete the whole thing. But honestly though, again, y'all might want to look at petroleum products and all of these things, try to conserve your gas and all this other stuff, because it's not even summer yet. We have no idea where this is going to go, how long this is going to go, and all these other things. And let's not forget about Venezuela and that whole thing that's going on there with the same thing, black gold. Again, the media will sit here and they'll show the same thing over and over. They'll show like planes flying over and, oh, they have some B-2 bombers coming from wherever and they're going to go and drop and do this and that. Okay, that's fine. You might see a hotel and then casualties and so and all these other things. But nobody not really talking about the root cause of everything. None of that stuff matter. It don't matter. I'm not trying to say that people that done lost their lives that they don't matter. I ain't saying that. Y'all with me, right? I'm older. I'm not one of the pause that say pause and so pause. That ain't me. So y'all should know where I'm going with this. At the end of the day, like I said, it's about something transactionary. I don't even know if that's a word. It's a word today. It's transactionary. It's always about something. It's about the black gold. That's what happened in Venezuela, and that's what's going on over there. He's sitting there talking about, oh, nah, stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. Once again, you can find a Wishful Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Apple Music, just said that, and Amazon. They both start with an A. Sorry. It's been a long day. It's Monday. And also, social media people, if you're on social media, if you would like to catch some of my clips, my shorts, you can find me on Facebook, TikTok. That's where I do most of my things. I'm also on Instagram. Instagram is a little unforgiving to me, so I kind of, I'm on there if y'all just want to go and look. I'm on X as well. Name Wishful Podcast on everything. We're going to move on to this one. So there was a kid it was a black teenager. He got tased on the school bus. I thought this was in Memphis, and I tried to look it up right before I pressed the record button, but I couldn't find out exactly where it was. I probably could look up the news station and at least see this happen in this city. This young man, to give you the gist of it, this young man was getting on the school bus after school. He got on the school bus and he was told that he was on the wrong bus. This is not your bus. It's not your bus. It's not your bus. So they told him to get off, and he was like, no. And I mean, I get it. Like, bruh, dude trying to go home. Who's to say he didn't have to babysit? Maybe he had the boo-boo. I don't know. But man's trying to get home. And they no, you need to get off the bus. It's not your bus. The school bus driver didn't talk to the school admins. Admins came on. Dude like, no, bro, I'm not getting off. Then they called, I feel like he was the school, I think they called a resource. Damn it. They called the police. They called the popos. They didn't call the popo on it. Whether it was a school popo or not, they didn't call. They called the police on dude. And he got on the bus. And at first, when I first seen it, this is on my Facebook page because I shared it. It's on my personal page. I'll put it on my Wishful Podcast page. But when you see it, he's standing in front of a news podium with all the microphones, and he's telling a story, and someone is pulling down his shirt. So my listeners, he around right under his neck, you can see a lot of marks and bruises and whatever getting tased does to you. You can see the physical marks on him because one of his parents pulled his shirt down as he was talking. The camera zoomed in. So he's still on the bus. They ordered everybody to get off the bus, basically for him, I guess, as a punishment. Okay, well, so you don't want to get off the bus. Everybody else going to get off the bus. Police officer gets on, and this footage was shown later. It's a black cop. It's a black male. The teenager was on the driver's side of the school bus. So he was against the window. He's against the window. Police officer comes. You can see him. The kids sitting down. The officers standing up. Like, it's quite literally nowhere to go. And you want this guy to leave. Even if he got up to say to comply with what you said, Mr. Police Officer, you yourself have to move for him to move. And that's crazy that a lot of police officers don't. I think they get so stuck in a moment. And you see this in a lot of police stops. You know, they be sitting there like, don't move, don't do this, do that. Like, you want people to comply with what you're saying, but you have to realize the situation that you put them in as well. This man on a school bus, even if he was like, okay, I'm going to get off. All right, you win, or whatever. For him to get up, the police officer had to move, and he did not move. And, you know, they're going to see that as, oh, he tried to attack me. Like, stop it. That dude wasn't, he wasn't. You told him to get off. So there's definitely video, because it was a seat right in front of it. You see the whole thing super crispy clear. And he tased the kid. It looked like the police officer was on one knee, maybe. He had one knee on the seat. He tased the kid. He steps back into the aisle. I don't know how tasers work. I don't know if they're on a timer, if there is a button to press on the taser gun itself to make it stop. I don't know none of that. But police officer stepped back into the aisle, and, you know, he trying to sit here and talk to this dude. Now, I've seen a lot of tase videos where some people have peed on themselves, because that's a lot of electricity coming to you. It incapacitates you. That's what it's supposed to do. It's a non-lethal. It's non-lethal. This is a teenager. You know, he's a slim kid. He wasn't no football player. He ain't 245. He could have played basketball. Again, slim build. You hit this man with a taser, and then you're going to back up, and then you're going to be like, you're going to sit him and sit here and tell this man, all right, you need to get up or I'm going to hit you again. Sir. What do you think is going to happen? You just tased this kid, this teenager. You need to get up. No, he's not. You tased him. He's not going to get up. Nobody gets up and just pulls the prong things out. Okay, you got me. I'm going to put my hands behind my back now so you can handcuff me. And it don't work like that. And none of the tasing videos that I've seen, nowhere ever. Them people is discombobulated. They on the ground messed up. Just what it is. I hope they sue. Damn it, they need to change the name of that school. They need to do all of that. They need to do everything. Get everything. Change the whole school district. Man, boy. I can't. Lord, jeez. I'm all right, y'all. I'm all right. My listeners, I'm all right. I don't want y'all to think I'm over here crying, and I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all good? All right, then. Let's go. Yay. And stuff like this hits differently when you have children, especially when you have boys. I have 2 girls, especially if you have a black boy. Like, this is America. This is what you got to deal with. All because this dude got on the bus, and then it's a lot of stuff going. I don't know, what is it? What's going on with school bus drivers this school year? It's been a lot, and I've honestly been letting it slide. I haven't been posting about it because, again, I see a lot of stuff on Facebook, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint how old it is. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen Back home, New Orleans, I've seen there was a school bus in the east. The bus driver parked the bus outside a gas station somewhere in the east, got off the bus and like, you know what, I'm out. Left the kids on the bus and just left. I don't know what came of it. I don't know. But we got to figure out what's going on with these school bus drivers. If it is the kids that's being disrespectful to the drivers, then we need to fix that situation. Somebody needs to sit down and figure out what the situation is with these school bus drivers, with the school buses, with the kids on the bus. What do we need to do? Because I'm going to tell you now, if I put my kid on the bus and she don't get home at X amount of time, it's going to be problems. You know, whether y'all could go against me and say I'm part of the problem, I'm not part of, like, it's just a big miscommunication somewhere down the line. Something is happening, or better yet, something is not happening for all of these incidences to be going on with school bus and drivers and all of these things. I don't know. I haven't been on a school bus in quite some time. I do not know. If y'all know, again, feel free, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I don't get no comments. Leave a comment below. Just say hi. I don't know. Tell me my breath stink or something. It probably do. That's me smelling my breath, y'all. My audio people. That was me smelling my breath. Yep, I done lost all my people. And this is gonna be my last thing. I've been pondering on this, and more than likely, I'm not done with this subject. Yes, I am also very aware that this is March. This is not February. What does Black history mean to you? What does one have to do to make Black history? This came about in the break room. It was a little poster, and it's the usual, I don't want to say usual suspects. It's the usual people: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and, you know, it's the same group of people, and there was a bunch of names around it. And it just got me thinking. So, you know, I record on Mondays, so I'm like, let me bring this up. But seriously, what does one have to do to make Black history? You know, most of the people, they did politics, they did other big things, and most of the people we think of when we try to connect Black History Month, they dead and they long gone. Most of them, not all of them. I think we've kind of focused on the political side: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and some people, George Washington Carver with the peanut, and shut up. For real. We've associated Black History Month with them and what they've done. Nothing different really happens in February. Like, I don't know. I think in February, for Black History Month, I think we should start to acknowledge current people making Black history. That's what I think we should do. I'm you know, we don't. If you really think about it, Black History Month, what people do? They put up all the same stuff, and it's the same thing. Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks, and it's the same. It's the same group of people. Why can't we talk about something new or more current? Or, hey, there's this African American, Black, Negro, whatever word you want to use, that's working on or about to complete just something. We need to talk about now. I think that's why a lot of us Black people have gotten out of history. We just, it's gone. Also, I'm gonna give y'all a little fact, because I didn't know this, and we're gonna end it. So, Dr. Carter G. Woodson had Negro History Week in 1926. This was a week. This is 7 days, probably 5 days. 5 days, Negro History Week. 1926. That's a long time ago. I think Malcolm X was born. No, I don't think he was more than just shy. Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm not good with math. We've established this. I'm math. No, no. Mm-mm. I ain't got my calculator. My calculator on my phone. I ain't pulling it out, and I haven't dropped my phone. Y'all should be proud. Y'all should be proud of me for not dropping my phone. Let me not speak too loud because it's gonna hit my ankle. That shit gonna hurt. Negro History Week. Dr. Carter G. Woodson, 1926. So bunch of years passed. 1976, Gerald Ford officially recognized this. 1976. This is 10 plus years after assassinations. The 60s for Black America was just horrible. I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to say this little last thing. 1986, Congress passed a law for February to be Black History Month. In 1986. So 1986, that's 41 years ago. Damn it, I don't know. It's Black History Month has just been that many years ago. To say that Black people have done all of these things, we've created, we've invented, and we still creating, we still inventing. We not gonna stop. Come on, man, what's wrong with y'all? We not gonna stop. And on that note, the Wishful Podcast is out. Once again, this episode of Black Gold from the Wishful Podcast is being brought to you by drinking water and minding your business. I'm out.